Hey guys, welcome back to Craft Tea. We have a good episode for you. We have Kirsten from Maple Street Supply, and we get into a bunch of casual conversation and reminisce a lot about where we kind of came from and where we're headed to in the tumbler making field. So definitely stick around and check it out.
See, we're still having tea.
All right, guys, welcome back to Craft Tea episode 31. We have a guest again. It's another last minute guest because Dimensional bailed on us again. I'm calling you out. I'm just kidding. I think Daniel's sick. But anyway, Kirsten is with us from Maple Street Supply, and she's going
deep sea delicacies.
Yes, and soon to be deep space delicacies.
I said deep sea.
Deep sea, yeah. So Kirsten, if you want to tell us about yourself, and then we'll talk some more.
Oh my gosh, I hate these. So hey, I'm Kirsten. I'm usually in tumbler hacks spilling epoxy all over the place or setting something on fire. I have Maple Street Supply is my business, and yeah, I've been stalking Sarah for a long time. She just assigns me friends, and here we are.
And you have stuck by me through the whole thing. Like, me and you have been solid through all
But I mean,
2018.
After the way we started, like, there's nowhere but up. Like, where do we go from there?
True. But I have been assigning you friends since day one. Some of them,
Literally.
some of them,
But it's fine.
I'm not so good. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that anyway. It doesn't even matter. Hi, Kirsten.
Hey.
I'm very glad you could join us last minute. Although
I'm glad that you got to see my whole town.
You
the whole town.
Your own episode, but we're just gonna say this one was yours from the gate.
This was the most interesting, I think.
I wish we would have recorded the whole thing.
But then we wouldn't even, I mean, I guess it would have been kind of useful for some like B-roll or something. Yeah. But anybody that's tuning into this episode, we just had like probably a 45-minute-ish long tour of the town, and Kirsten, she did laps and laps.
My whole house, all of my phone stands.
As in we counted phone stands.
Jason's like, I know we've been in this room before. Where are you going?
Just a.
It's been fun.
Little backstory: we just didn't have any audio.
Always an adventure.
It was terrible, but the video was great. And then it turns out that it was the audio coming through our end. So it was totally fine with Kirsten, but she literally got in her car, tried it from there, started the car, drove around town.
So wait, what happened at your old office building? You just poked your head in and was like, can I sit here and talk to my friends on the video chat?
Yeah. Well, so like the lady that I talked to was the Chamber of Commerce lady. And the other girl that was in there was the office manager. And like, it's hit or miss if they're there because they
Chamber
do
of
all the
Commerce.
events. Yeah, you don't have a Chamber of Commerce?
Probably, but not accessible like that.
Yeah, but Kirsten's probably in a town of 10. So.
Do you remember, like, there's more people, or there's more chickens and cows than people here.
So you guys all know each other by first name, don't you?
I haven't lived here long enough to know. They don't know me. Like, they probably are like, there's that lady in the gray house with the 3-legged dog, but, like, that's probably all they know.
She got the colorful glasses.
Right.
With the 3-legged dog.
I know. The one that like decorates for Halloween 6 months in advance. That's me.
So let's take it back a little bit. You have an interesting cup making story because you were a full-time let's just say full-time cup maker, but you were traveling.
I was.
What was that like? And why did you even, like, were you crafting? But I don't know Kirsten before the traveling hotel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Epoxy. So I was getting in trouble for spray painting.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. They were so mad.
Tell us about it.
So back in the day, I thought I was born to, no, I'm just kidding. So I wanted to be a teacher. Well, like my whole life, I've always collected craft supplies and school supplies and I would line my dogs and my sister and my stuffed animals up. And like, I was going to be a teacher. So I became a bus driver to pay to get through college and decided that I hated kids. I don't really hate them. I just like them when I don't have to control them. So I was like, yeah, the teacher gig's not going to work, but like, I liked being a school bus driver because I get them for 45 minutes and then like they go away. So, it was cool. I don't know. It lasted for 10 years. So obviously I liked it, but anyways, I was a school bus driver and then I promoted to a trainer. So I was teaching people how to drive school buses, which was wild at 23 years old, teaching grown men how to drive school buses. And then it's really weird. But then I kind of like started making, I don't know, like it kind of all intertwines. So like, you know, ADHD story here. But with somebody I don't really care for, started posting these cups. And I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. Cause I'm not going to spend the money to buy one from her. Cause you know, like, why would I spend the money when I could spend $900 and make it myself?
Exactly.
So like I got a cup and I had some glitter and like I put I think it was like a wash rag and like a broom and a crate. And like I literally was like it was all like I just did a real thin coat, so it was all rough. And I was like there's I don't know, that was like back in the Stone Ages before, like even before they were turning the chicken rotisseries into tumbler or turners.
Yeah.
Like it was a broom. And then I graduated to a Pepsi can. I would just put like the cup down over the can and let it drip. So
just like the hang.
So anyways, I was kind of like going back and forth with that. And then my job came to me and they were like, hey, there's a shortage of there's a shortage of drivers everywhere, but they were like, hey, we're going to fly you here and you're going to train these people how to drive a bus. And I don't remember, I want to say it was like Washington State was like the first one. I don't remember, but it was wild because like I had never really traveled and they were just like, hey, you're going to go do this. And then like at the time, like there was not really a lot of Facebook groups. So like that was like where we met, kind of like we were posting like I have this freaking pool noodle and my cup keeps falling off and I have orders. I don't know, like there's so much detail. I don't know, like this is an 88
It was like the same
story.
group-ish of people that you would see commenting in the 4 groups that we had.
Right. Yes. Right. Exactly.
Like, oh, are we hanging out in this group today? Because I've been looking for you guys everywhere.
Right. Like, where's everybody been? So I don't know. It just started and like, you know, I'm like buying like Michael's glitter and like, I had my silhouette. So like, I was really good at like, you know, making decals and stuff. I don't know. It was weird times. And then it got to the point where I was getting orders and I was like, well, I have to travel. So I'm like packing all my, like, I don't need underwear. Like my silhouette's got to fit in here. Like, I don't have time to put my shampoo and conditioner because like, this is where my epoxy lives. So, you know, priorities.
Cup making stuff in her suitcase and fly with it.
Yeah. Like my carry-on, like they would rain it through the machine and it would be like at one point it was like 50 of those little, like the short 4-ounce Ozarks. And they like look at me and they're like, carry on, crazy lady. And then like at one, like when you guys had first started, well, like, you know, I had all my like Walmart glitter and my Michael's glitter or whatever, but like when you guys released the first 50, I literally stuffed it all in one of those like priority gaming boxes and shipped it to myself. And I have anxiety every time. I'm like, what if they break this package? Like, what if, like, for one, they're going to be really pissed at me, but for 2, I'm going to be really pissed at you. Like, that's my whole business.
Yeah. And you just have to wait for it to get spit out from the.
Yeah. And I would literally we would get, sometimes it would be a minibus or sometimes they'd give us like a company van and I would like go to Lowe's and I would get all the stuff.
Company vans.
Yeah. I would go get all the stuff to build my turner on site. Yeah, it was like wild times. And like I was going live, I will never forget, I was going live. If it's gonna go wrong, it'll go live. Because I was like, Tumbler Hacks was still kind of a baby and we were still kind of getting to know everybody. And I'm like sitting here like squeezing my FIFO bottle and like the end just pops. And so it's all over my hotel desk, all over myself, it's all over the floor, it's all over the hotel chair.
Can we just rewind for a second? Because I don't think people, and maybe they did or maybe they didn't, really picked up on what you said in the beginning there, because they can't even fathom the fact that someone could make their own turner. You would go without a turner and buy the pieces and connect them to turn your cups. That is what we had to do back then. If I had a different like location, like I would build one in Washington and then I would just leave it. Like I would, or throw it away. And I know like housekeeping is like,
what is she building, like drug contraptions in here? Like, what is happening?
Do you remember when Jason was making turners and then he was going to teach you? I mean, we did send you the
He
video.
did teach me. He taught me how to wire multiple because I only knew how to wire to one plug. So I had to buy like 10 different plugs and splice them.
Will you show my friend? Can I record a video of you wiring this up and send it to Kirsten so she could make those?
Wild time. Well, he was still climbing poles.
I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was still like climbing poles. So like it would be like next time Jason's in town.
Yep, because you were traveling all the time.
Yeah.
Back porches where I'd assemble them all up.
Yep.
I would just cut everything in the
It was wild times. Like people don't understand how good they have. Like I'm looking at my Rula. Like my Rula will rotate this way, and like I can do my trips and like they don't even understand how good they have it now. We have so many cool tools now. Like
even just exactly what you just said, like Rula's thing that came through.
Love that thing.
Rula's like last reel that she made of like all of her organizers to hold tools that were invented after the fact. You know,
right?
I said to Sarah, I was like, why don't you have Rula's little adjustable edge trimmer where you can quick adjust it? And Sarah's
that's
like,
actually not Rula's. That's Kelbell Creation.
Oh, then that is hers, isn't it?
Yes. But Rula just came out with a light stand for our UV lights.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, I know, because it was my idea I gave her.
I know. Well, and I felt bad because when we were at Gase, I was propping them up on glitter bottles because, we're crafty, we're innovative. And I walked over to him and I was like, why don't you have this invented already? To Jace's from Crafty Cow.
Yeah.
Like, let me take some pictures and I'll try to figure it out. And then Rula pops out with one and I'm like, I'm going to kiss both of you. Like, I love you. This is amazing.
It was just perfect timing because you remember Jason had tried to have his made like
years
ago now.
That's what I mean. Right. I have a UV light with a 3D printed custom designed UV light stand, and there's tons of videos of us using it in videos. So there's like question of who made it first. I'm right. First.
Yeah, and Rula put it out there in every group, and she was like, she even tagged me in all the posts.
Right.
That and I really appreciated that because I went right to her and I was like, listen, it was like real random that I just spun this on her. And because she's trying to make the big comeback and everything. And I was like, I held on to this idea for like a long time and I was waiting for us to do it, but better than other people would have.
Ain't nobody had time for that.
So like I want it to be someone that's like I want a little bit of credit too. Like I've been sitting on this for 2 years.
Yeah, right. Say I designed that thing over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And someone that's really gonna get used to that idea and that could really need something to push her. And Rula's just,
it was me when I was dying from heat stroke and somebody kept stealing all my craft supplies. It was me. I needed it. But it's okay. We made it work with glitter and little mixing cups. We got it. Everybody loved that craft bar.
It was really good. You did a really good job, Jason.
It was a lot of fun.
I still can't believe he made that the morning we left.
I know.
Craft bar.
It's in like.
And then the poor thing. I feel so sad. It fell apart when we took it off the truck. We weren't easy on it though, so it's not like it stood a chance anyway.
No, I said I used the wrong hardware anyway. I needed 2.5-inch screws and I only had 2-inch on hand. And I was like, dude, I'm not going back to fucking Home Depot this morning. I was like, I'm just going to put it together. And I mean, obviously that's why it needed.
But as somebody that's 5'2.5", that half matters, Jason. It matters.
No. What I said to Sarah, I was like, well, obviously I didn't want it to like come apart like that anyway, but the room that it's meant to go in, it would have never made it to that room whole. Yeah. I would have had to take it apart. So
really we did you a favor. You're welcome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Good looking out. That's really why we invited you on here. It was just so that I could,
to praise you.
To thank you.
To thank me. Right.
Yeah. For dismantling my craft bar.
You're welcome. So I'm sitting here you called me out for my calendar and I switched it down. I switched it to the right month. And this reminds me of Brian. This is Brian.
That is Brian for sure.
It's literally Brian. Every time I see it, like you guys call it PSL, but I'm like, no, that's Brian Little.
So do we. We call the Brian Duck.
Yeah, it is the Brian Duck. Anyway.
Do you remember he dressed like that for Christmas?
Halloween
2020.
That's amazing. I'm glad he did.
Me too. Him in a blue wig was quite funny.
I think it was 2021.
Jason, honestly, like everything since 20 has been the same year for me. Okay.
2020 through 2022-ish is like 1 year.
It was a blur.
Yeah, that's like the long. Yes, for
It's
sure.
either like COVID or like the after COVID.
Right. It's weird.
If that makes
Yeah, it's
sense.
going to turn into like a new definition for BC.
Right. Exactly. Like PC.
Before COVID?
Pre-COVID or after COVID?
Yeah, we're just starting over.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Literally though.
It's the year 1 BC.
COVID was so wild, and business just exploded. Like through COVID, business exploded. Like I was begging for a break. I'm like crying. Like I haven't slept in 3 days. I have orders to pack. I got molds to make. I'm like, I don't even know my name or the last time I ate.
When we talked about that with Rachel last week, was the boom and everything that we all experienced during COVID. And it's like the jealousy that we have of everyone else that was probably customers of ours, but like
Right.
we're just sitting at home with nothing to do. They're just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get some molds and glitter and craft some stuff
Right.
today. And we're just
And meanwhile, I
like,
haven't
you and
ate.
everybody else.
It's like if you were still on payroll as a bus driver, would you have been home getting paid?
I don't think I would have got paid, honestly. I don't.
That's what
I
I'm
don't
wondering, because bus drivers
Yeah.
are like a different kind of contract. Like,
Right. Well, because we are not hired. Well, the company I was working with was not through the district. So, like, I feel like we probably just wouldn't. I mean, I probably could have got unemployment in some form.
and the COVID relief too.
Right. But
COVID
I don't
unemployment.
know. I never would have made it. Like, I didn't have a savings as a bus driver. Like, I was doing good to pay my bills. Like, my savings is trying to, like, I'll save each check to, like, make it through the summer. But no, I would have never made it through COVID.
So what you're saying is you're just a normal individual.
I am. Oh my gosh.
Look at you.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how far,
Mhm.
like I'm just stuck thinking about all the different tools that people have now that they
Dude, I'm so
Literally
jealous.
wouldn't
It's really not fair.
It's not.
It's
Like
not.
we like paved the way. They don't even understand. Do you know? Okay, like I know this is gonna stir up some drama, but like, do you remember this?
as soon as Jason said the adjustable one, I kind of just like slunked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought the true adjustable one that Rula had in her video, and I'm so excited because like this is
I still
great.
have that.
It's great because it is adjustable,
Yes.
but like it's such a pain to have to move these and.
Yes.
Or better yet, do you remember 2 popsicles and some electrical tape?
Jason calls it my prison shank.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, but that's what it looks like.
But you know that thing never, ever, ever failed me. Not once.
Ever. Not one time. And if you needed something like, you need different height, like I'm just going to put my, like here, boom.
Yep.
That's
Or
how many
my,
inches I need.
My, what's it called when you have all the discs in one? That pack of DVDs, the Harry Potter one, the box set.
Oh, there you go.
I had my Harry Potter box set, and it was a perfect height for all the things I wanted, like a glitter dipped mug. You know what I mean? Like the bottom just to be
Right.
glittered. It was
There you go.
literally the perfect
Boom.
height. And wine glasses, just spin, spin, spin.
Prison Shank and Harry Potter. And now look at us. We have a whole 3D printed shebang.
Yeah. Well, I think that comes from cup makers like us back then that like, and I still have the posts and the pictures, they come up all the time, like
Right.
coming out into the shed and all my cups are on the freaking floor and they're
Yes.
stuck to the floor. And
I
down the
epoxied
room, and I'm
cups to
supposed
hotel
ship them 7
floors.
days ago.
I know.
Crying to this guy who is handy, and he's like, well, why don't you just do this and this and this? And I'm like, yes.
If it was that easy, Jason, I would have already done it.
That's what, like, every one of us went to their husbands or someone that we know
Right.
crying about a cup that
Yes.
won't fit on this thing, and they're like, well, why? Or this, and he's like, well, why don't you use this? Like,
Well, I was in the
don't know
hotel
about that.
room. Like I was sleeping next to my turners in the epoxy, which I'm sure like isn't healthy, but
Back then's different.
we know more now. Like times has changed, okay? Like I didn't use a respirator. Like I was using baggies to mix epoxy. But anyways, I used to sleep next to my turners and literally it would wake me up. I would just hear conk and I'm like, dang, like I have to be up in an hour and I don't want to get up right now to take that stupid cup off the floor. And epoxy, once you get it somewhere, it doesn't come off. Like I can't get epoxy out of a hotel apartment or carpet. So
No,
my
I
bad.
love epoxy. We actually, the room that was my old craft room turned into glitter packing room. Now turned into, well, I mean, you've seen that room now. We're not going to talk about it, but we had to rip the carpets up. There was
Which room? The one that Alex's old nursery?
Yeah.
Or my bedroom now?
Yeah, that was my old epoxy room. We literally had to rip the carpets out.
Yeah.
Paint the walls because the furthest wall next to the bathroom.
I don't know how she does it, but it looks like she just took like mixed epoxy and was like, yeah, like one of these. It like,
does. That's how
like
it works.
a long splash, and I'm like, epoxy does not splash.
It does. If you're in there, I'm not one of those
right
like.
Now they were shelves. They were like 3 shelves that were on top of each other, and you know this better than most people. I put the damn FIFA bottle up there or whatever you say it, and what happened?
It leaks or exploded. Or both.
And I didn't see that it leaked, and then it leaked.
You know how to fix that?
And you know what it did? It went into the space between the shelf and the wall, and it leaked.
You just use UV resin. It doesn't do that anymore. But you didn't know that back then. But now I just UV resin the bottom on, and I don't have leaks. But we didn't know that.
You need one side anyway to open.
Yeah.
I appreciate you using UV resin for everything.
I do. I use it for everything. I'm like, it's broken. I could probably UV resin it together. I don't know.
Insert UV resin ad here. You can get it at theglitterguy.com.
Right.
Actually, not really right now.
Yeah, not really. We don't have any up there.
Oh no.
Gallon jug.
You can get a lot.
I'll take a gallon jug. It'll be gone in a week.
Bottles and gallon jugs. All the in between sold out.
That's because it's good stuff.
You can get a Riddle bit or a rod.
Honestly, though, like you could get the gallon because you can break it into smaller bottles, and this one's not your guys', so I won't show it.
I saw it.
I was like,
again.
I know. Look, it's not the same one. I have multiple.
Okay. We also, who was it?
You got problems.
She's got all her 17 ounce
That's what
bottles.
I'm saying. She's got all the dang. That's the trial guy.
That's
why I said the trial guy's perfect. Like everyone should buy the trial one just to keep it as an applicator.
And you can just refill it.
Exactly.
Tell me I'm not like the best spokesperson for TGG.
Buy the big one and the little one, and just keep refilling the little one.
Exactly.
The more you know.
See, you're welcome.
See, crafting tips with Kirsten.
Boom. Don't do it in a hotel room.
If we got to rewind and go back with everything we have now, but like only the 4 Facebook groups we started with, which I only think one of them is even an active group anymore.
Yeah, I don't even remember the names of some of them.
Crafty keychains and tumblers and more or something.
Yeah, but that turned into a drama. Well, like everything else in this community turned into a drama fest, and it's not even
the Caitlin, right?
Yeah, but Ashley Mears runs it now.
Bring her on and ask her; she'll tell that story.
Should make a tumbler making museum.
Oh, if this doesn't go down in history books somewhere, I'm gonna be pissed. Like somebody needs to like. I know that like the glitter and crafting community belongs somewhere in a history book. I'm just saying.
I can start that project.
We're innovative, like we're creative. We survived a whole pandemic.
We thrived through that pandemic.
Yeah, we did.
We just need a display of all the old cup turners and prison shanks and
man,
wild.
You know, I still
some of them rooms, so you're gonna find some of that stuff.
I have so many new cup like holders, but like I still have pool noodles and footballs. Like I have a drawer of them.
I have all of my old ones.
If I come across them, we won't anymore.
Do not throw stuff away like that, Jason. I'm not kidding.
She said, I am not kidding. She will fight you.
I just think that I should get the right to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, I know I am sort of a hoarder, but don't throw my stuff away.
Just put it all in a box.
Sort of a hoarder.
Stacked forever.
I don't know, but it's also like nostalgic. Like,
and it's very easy to throw someone else's stuff away than it is to throw your
That
own.
is true.
Like I can throw someone else's stuff away all day and it's easy for me.
Maybe that's what I should do to clean my house. Like as I keep saying, like, oh, I need to organize my house. Maybe I just need to I have so many cool things. And I get distracted by all my cool things and I never get the house clean.
There it is.
But like with a wall like this, would your house be clean? No.
Are you calling me out for having a messy house right now?
No, I'm calling me out.
Remember, I mean, you just slept over a few weeks ago, and here's Jason running around straightening up, saying, "We got to clean up the house. We have company." And I just look over at Kirsten,
and I'm sitting on the couch, like, "Am I not company?"
Well, I have found out we have different levels of company, and you are
That's
our
fair.
comfort level. You're just there.
Oh,
You know?
you're like,
I
it's
was
fine.
about to say
Like,
sorry,
we just
but I
took
don't
out the
feel
wall. We took out the whole wall, but like, it's fine. Just have her come over.
Yeah, you were there during the chimney being removed and shit, so like that doesn't get worse.
I get to see your house like through all the stages though. Like, it's about time for me to come back, I feel like. Is the siding back on?
It is.
See, so we have to.
Is the mailbox put back up?
Something else has to get ripped up before you're allowed back.
Oh, okay.
It's too finished right now.
Jason brought that up the other day. That he's like, Kirsten literally only comes when there's construction going on in the
Because
house.
I am the chaos. You're welcome.
Yeah,
again.
most other people, I would have said, no, maybe another time.
Right. No, I am the chaos. Well, you saw the adventure we had to go on just to get this to work.
Turned out to be all our fault.
I mean, that's okay. I'll take it because that's a win in my book. Like, I'll let it be somebody else's fault. It's okay. But we figured it out. We got this. Again, creative and innovative. If we are not in the history book somewhere, I'm rioting. I'm just saying. I'll come back and haunt them.
Write about us somewhere. You know what what I always say this to you, but I really do want to start doing it. And I have some ideas I'll run by you later, but Tumblr hacks. It's it's not really a hot mess anymore, but it's been a hot mess.
Oh, it's a lot better. It was a hot mess for a minute.
We've been through countless admins, countless bringing it back and dropping the ball. And I mean, we're busy and we all, we're all over the place. So you can't keep.
Yes. And it's hard. It's hard to maintain all the socials and keep up with the TikToks and keep up with the trends and still try to be friends with people and maintain relationships. And then like, you check in with somebody and you're like, oh, I don't even talk to them anymore. And I'm like, what happened? And I'm like, it's just a lot to keep up with.
If anyone's watching this right now, we will bring Tumblr hacks back.
I don't think it's gone away though. Like it's still pretty active.
Go post something.
I mean, I didn't say they can see my post. I just said it's active.
What if it's active? They should be seeing your posts.
Well, yeah, but like Facebook hates me right now. I don't have any reach on Facebook.
I don't think anybody does.
I don't even think Facebook knows what Facebook's doing at this point.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the algorithms were fine. Everyone was making money. Everybody was getting seen, and they were like, you know what? Fuck this. And like
literally, Facebook's like
just hit the undo button, and now nobody shit gets seen. Nobody gets interacted.
Yes.
It's like, so then what the fuck is even happening anymore here? Why?
Right. Yes. Well, I see other platforms. The same ads all the time. Like my Facebook is just ads. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna get on Monopoly Go and not worry about Facebook.
Roll them dice.
Yeah, you got to like look up a whole new set of keywords you're not allowed to use in your posts, or all these sets of rules to follow to make sure you get seen. And it's like, or I can just go on like TikTok and be seen, I guess.
But it annoys me because
I don't say that, but that's what's happening.
No, that's kind of like showing the world like how crazy it's getting when even Jason Lively's like.
That's the mindset, though. It's just like that's why I saw somebody post today, or it was earlier today. They were like, so is anybody else's middle schooler called them old for using Facebook?
Yes.
I saw that today.
I saw that.
And I'm like, okay, so now if the generations now, the younger generations are deeming Facebook old and outdated, it's fucked. Like,
they would lose their mind if they had to do a Zynga. Do you guys remember
like a year or two left before, like, you'd think kids don't really have the power, but they got like all the power. They control what's cool and what isn't cool and what's trendy. So they deem Facebook against the trend. Like, you're fucking doomed.
They would lose their mind if they had to do a Zynga or a MySpace.
Oh my God,
because when we were all on MySpace and anybody else was like, dude, MySpace is going to be nothing soon. And it's just like, nobody would ever saw that because MySpace was everything. Facebook
I didn't want to have a Facebook. Everybody was moving to Facebook, and I'm like, but I like it over here.
Yeah, no, this is stupid.
I was convinced I was going to be a coder. Like, do you know how much layout? I got
friends I have. I'm not starting over, and then that's all it is. It's like, oh well, whatever. Start over.
Right. Yep. Exactly. But like, I joined Facebook when you had to have a college, like a .edu email.
Yup.
And I felt cool because I was still in high school.
No, I was in Bloomsburg.
Yeah, you would have been, wouldn't you?
My Facebook account is like one of the like older Facebook accounts. I got it in the year that Facebook was made.
What year was that?
I think it was like 2004.
Oh,
I graduated.
I was gonna say, I think
04.
mine is 5
I
or 6.
graduated 04, so I made it before 05, I'm pretty sure, because that
that makes
next
sense.
year I was in Bloomsburg. So yeah, 2004, I believe is my profile was made.
You were still heavily on MySpace, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was primarily on MySpace. I only had like Facebook was nowhere near. It
But
was
do you remember your top 8?
Huh?
Who was the top 8? Did Sarah make the cut?
We didn't know
didn't
each
know.
other back then, thanks.
Oh,
No.
Jason probably hid his top 8, or it was all his top dudes, because
I had my
girls
top
would have
8.
been all over that, like, what?
It was top 8.
Dance's top 8.
It was top 8, and it was always my guy friends or like a favorite band maybe would be up there. And then, like you said, if anybody, a girlfriend or something was like, "Why am I not in there?" I just said, I don't put girls in my top 8.
You want to get dumped? Say that again.
blocked.
And I bet you they'd have been like, "I'll never say it again. What's the top 8?"
I don't even need a MySpace. It's not that serious. I'll just delete them.
Don't talk to
Or then they'll go and like, what do they call it? A bulletin? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Going in the corner.
Sad bulletin.
Oh my God. When they,
Some, like,
do you remember when
That's how
they
you got plans for the weekend. You
Right.
put a bulletin up.
keg party this
What's
weekend?
Good? Yeah, what's good this weekend?
Do they
But
have
you had to put like the little, the swirlies and the stars and the XX.
Did it look like an aim away message?
Yes.
You guys have keg parties in the woods in Kansas? What do you do?
And bonfires.
Nothing else to do, I suppose.
Right. Like, what else are we gonna do? Like,
You guys like take a shot every time you see a tornado or something?
well, like lately we wouldn't be able to drink ever. It's just been hot. I don't understand why
You get
it's so
sad
cool.
that there's not been tornadoes. Like she's just like got this face like real disappointed.
No, we have like,
everyone's roofs have like stayed on this year. It's kind of been real.
it's
fucking
wild. Like business
But
is
they're
down
like-
for everybody.
They're like real normal for you guys, right?
It is
Or like
normal.
still kind of weird.
No, it's super normal. Well, to me, hurricanes stress me out because it's like, oh, it's gonna hit. Oh, it might not. Oh, it's gonna hit. Oh, like a tornado. You got 20 minutes to pick your favorite items and get the hell out.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, at what point do you watch it while drinking a margarita going down, down your
Every point.
side, or what time where you're like, all right, get your shit, let's go to the store.
Oh no, I watch it the whole time. Like I'll literally sit on the porch and watch it go by the house.
But there's got to be a point where you're like, this isn't one of those. What is that point?
Like when it's like you can hear them. Like they sound like a freight train. And like if like I feel like if I can see the debris, I'm like, I guess we should get the dogs and go to the basement. But like it takes a lot to, and it's I don't know.
That's
I've
like
just
people in Florida with the hurricanes. They're just like, everyone leave Florida now. You're gonna drown, and they're just like, nah.
Well, and like that's like my I have friends that like they didn't live there their whole life. Like you always know who's moved there and who's already lived there because like they'll have boards on their house and they're like it's not even going to touch us. And then like people are like, oh, it's coming directly at you, and they're like, yeah, we're having a hurricane party. Like bring a 30-pack and come over.
A 30
Bro, what?
over.
But what blows my mind is they don't have basements. They can't have basements because it'll flood. But like I live in Kansas, we have basements. What do you mean you don't have a basement?
Yeah, I don't have a basement.
I don't have a basement.
That's wild to
I mean,
me.
I've had basements, but not in this house.
And like
Not
it's
my
been so
last
hot in the
house.
summer. How do you
For
stay
that.
cool? Like I live in my basement, kind of.
Jason
I mean, I
wants
live
a
in a
basement.
house, but it's amazing. I love my
Yeah.
basement. Move to Kansas. It's
I want as
cheap.
well.
You get a basement.
And
Did
tornadoes.
you saw all my fields and opportunity? It took me 2 minutes to get to work.
All her fields.
I
We
don't
can
know,
definitely put a glitter warehouse across the street.
I'm a city girl. I don't know.
Well, Wichita's like literally 8 minutes away, and like everything's in Wichita.
Like
Yeah.
Disney?
Well, no, but you don't have Disney either.
Yet.
Yes.
If we were going to move somewhere, it would probably be closer to Disney.
That's what I told Sarah. When I come work for you guys and you live in Florida, can we at least be driving distance to Disney?
Is
Yes.
everyone going to come work for us?
Chris is.
In Florida,
Chris is too.
absolutely.
We're all going to Florida.
We're going to
Pat.
Miami.
Wait,
Ew.
Miami's way too far from Disney.
Yeah, that's way too south. I'm like, wait.
He'll be at the satellite location in Miami.
Oh, okay.
I will be at the other location in Orlando. Now we're
Right,
gonna be
the
in
one next
Orlando.
door
He's not
to
gonna be there
Disney.
with me. We're going right smack dab in Orlando. I'm sure they got
Like,
the warehouse.
Can somebody get Walt on the phone? Like, I noticed there's a little spot in the back, and like
You guys
my
You said
glitter here,
Walt, and I immediately thought, why are you talking about my dad? Is my brother?
Yeah, Disney uses glitter, right? Like we could definitely just like set up shop.
exactly like
They got room.
yeah, they do, and you don't even need that. I mean, you need a lot of room, but like they
They
have
have
plenty.
to have a building they're not using right now.
I'm sure they've got probably 50 of them.
Underground even.
Right. Oh, that would be cool. The
Right? Like a
underground
glitter
glitter
bunker?
guy.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
glitter bunker. That's a new business.
Yeah, I'm here
You're
for
gonna
that.
go from tornadoes to hurricanes. Are you gonna
It's
be
like-
all right with that?
Glitter for doomsday preppers.
I'll figure it out. But like, I feel like you can't sit outside and watch hurricanes. They're too wet.
If you have the right kind of porch,
What kind of porch do you need for hurricane watching?
like a covered one where,
That's what I have now. But you can't have a basement because you'll drown. I don't know. This conversation got
I was
weird.
saying this episode went off the rails.
I'm like, can we have first cut? Like, can we just edit some of that out?
Kathy's basement does flood a lot.
I believe it.
Kathy's 9 minutes from us, and her basement floods all the time.
But do you guys get that much rain, or is it just not built well?
It's a wet
Oh.
basement.
What the hell is a wet basement?
You don't know what a wet basement is?
It's a basement
No.
that's meant to get wet.
It's got like drains and stuff, and it's all concrete. It'll just go right down the drain.
Yeah, it's
But
like a
wouldn't
little
it
park.
mold? I'm
Oh, I
confused.
don't know.
Wait, a wet basement?
Yeah, it's concrete.
I have a couch in my basement and like rooms and a bathroom and a bar.
Usually in these kind of basements, you'll just find like the utility sink, a washer, dryer, maybe anything that's kind of like risen off the ground, and then like nothing, a whole bunch of nothing, and maybe like a shelf up there where people put all their shit.
all their shit, like really high because it's wet, obviously. But like, I don't. Wouldn't you get mold and stuff? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't like it. I'm not comfortable with this idea. Do you remember when I lived on Maple Street and my basement flooded and all my cups were down there?
No.
I had like a million cups that were like school bus tumblers.
When's the last time you made a school bus?
A long time,
Bus,
like
bus.
pre-COVID, like
You can make
definitely.
one with a rectangle sleeve.
I said that.
Oh my gosh!
I said that to you.
And then do like a little 3D sign.
She's excited about it now that you said it, but when I said it, no excitement.
Oh, you gonna do a sign that you can swivel out?
That would be so cute.
Kirsten,
I'm not going to, but now that somebody can watch this episode, they should do it.
But it can also
A lot of
is it gonna
creative
have that
breadth.
thing in the front too that keeps like pedestrians away. Quapa! That
I
thing.
hate that bar.
I didn't even realize that. I forgot that was a thing. He said,
Yeah. Not all, like some states don't even make you have that bar.
Did you always have to put it out?
No, it just comes out on its
It
own.
goes when you open the door.
Oh.
It's just automatic.
When you open the door, doesn't the stop sign and the thing come
Yeah.
out?
Yeah. It's all tied in. That's too much. I have ADHD. I would definitely forget about 90% of the time.
Yeah, could you imagine opening the door to let the kids off, but you forgot to hit the stop sign button?
Right. That would be awful. And people around here, it doesn't even matter. The stop sign will be out, the lights are flashing, and they're like, zoom. And they're like, I didn't even see it. Sir, I'm on a 2-lane road. What do you
There's
mean
no one
you
here.
didn't see me? Like,
See.
you had to go into the opposite lane of traffic to go around me.
Yeah,
Our
act
buses
like you don't know him too, like by name.
R-
There's only
literally.
20 of us in this town.
Literally. Like, okay, Jerry.
Our buses have the cameras now.
Yeah, well,
They're
and
gonna
they,
give
like,
you tickets if you speed by. If you do anything while that stop
they
sign's out,
don't
you're
get
getting a
tickets
ticket.
though. That's the problem. Is like you, like literally, we'll take down tag numbers and they don't send the. Sometimes they do, but like they're so busy with other stuff, they don't
I
take the
got it in
time to
school.
Oh
send the
no,
tickets.
this is like a take a picture, mail the thing.
Oh,
Like the tolls. Like if
we
you
need to
blow
get
a
on
toll,
your level.
Like,
Like
you know,
we're
major-
almost one level above like horse and carriage out here. Like, just
How
kidding.
many- back to the bus cups though. Like how many bus cups were you making like in a week back then? You were
I don't-
a lot.
Wait, drowning. I was drowning, Sarah. I don't even know how
That
many.
was pre-glitter guy, wasn't it? It was like
It was
when we were
like the
crossing
beginning.
over.
Yeah, like it was all of like I mean, I probably like if I could go to Michael's and buy a 5-gallon bucket of yellow glitter, that would have been really convenient.
Because I was doing pencils at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's true. I hate pencils. I still hate. I will always hate pencils.
Is there what do you think is a viral Tumblr anymore? There's like not really like the walk in the park, the pencil, the bus, the whatever else came.
Even the crackle cups, the.
I think right now all the craze is 3D stuff.
North Pole mug with the drip.
So I was wondering, is it the 3D stuff is the hot stuff right now, or are we finally paying attention to it and it's always been hot? Like,
no, well, I feel like it's always been hot, but a lot of people don't like that it doesn't fit in a
cup holder.
Don't make it that action. Yes, in a cup holder. I did it, and I was like, yeah.
The price point too. Because of what you literally have to charge more for 3D.
For sure.
Like, one, it takes more time. Two, the materials cost more. But three, people aren't buying like glittered tumblers just because people are trying to spend less money. So like now you're trying to justify one, a tumbler, like you said, that is awkwardly shaped and doesn't fit in most places. And two, it's probably $100 plus.
Yeah, easily, as they should. Like, charge
yes, I'm completely justified in the cost of them, but the likeliness of them going viral and flying off the shelves. Like,
well, did you see the last one was the cake? Did you see?
It needs to be something that has high demand, really, to go viral. I feel like the pencil, because teacher appreciation makes sense. You have a shit ton of people that have to get teachers gifts, or at least feel obligated to get teachers gifts. But the Momosaurus one too, like you have tons of moms, like that's a huge demand for that too. But like,
makes sense.
But like, do you guys remember the Christmas tree cake? No?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, am I alone here? Like, somebody made it, somebody else was the original, and then I don't know.
Oh, and then there's the TikTok drama.
Always. Our community is so great, but it's also so toxic.
I don't remember because I didn't actually watch any of the videos. I just get filled in by like you guys and Lindsay and stuff a lot of times with that stuff. But like, I guess someone made this amazing Little Debbie cake, and then someone else wanted to buy it off that girl, and then something like she took a long time to do it or something like that.
Because she had went viral and she couldn't keep up with the demand.
It was bad, I guess, when she sent it.
But like, you also like you can't make a 3D cake overnight. Like, you can't sculpt all that in 20 minutes. Like, it's gonna take a while.
And then I think they like blasted the girl on TikTok or something.
Yeah, they like picked it all apart and was like, this is wrong and that's wrong. I don't know. It was awful. I felt bad for her. But also, like, I don't feel like you should take a whole bunch of orders for something that you can't crank out like that.
Well, and then the girl, I think she made like a sassy TikTok at the other girl.
She did.
It's like she was asking for it almost. Like me, I'm like, oh my God, like anxiety, like don't do anything on Facebook, Sarah. Don't say nothing.
I do everything I can to keep the peace. Like, even if they're wrong and I'm right, I'm like, all right, that's what we're doing now.
Same, super same.
I mean, I made an Etsy to make sublimation tumblers, and I got an order and didn't realize it until 3 weeks after. And then,
oh no!
And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm gonna like send this out like right now. And then she had already put in for like the refund and all that shit or whatever. So I literally closed my store.
I closed my store, Jason.
Yeah, I was like, well, I made one sale and then basically didn't realize that I had made that sale. So I just closed it. I was like, well, we'll try this again another time.
Tell her your name.
Like, maybe next year.
No, because I'm not blasting the name that I want to be able to use again later.
Oh, yeah, true. I'll tell you later on.
Okay.
It's cute.
Was it deep sea delicacies? I can't even say the word.
Deep space delicacies.
See, I can't spell delicacies, so that's not even something that I would even.
Well, and I like the word celestial. I can't even say that word, so celestial probably not gonna use that one either.
Guys, I just want to keep you all up to speed right now. So Kirsten has a new company. She's making freeze-dried candy, and if you guys have a name for her company, drop it down in the comments below. Maybe we'll.
There you go.
But it's got to be space
creative here. Well, like I don't know. I'm so stumped. Like, I have packaging ready. I have labels. Like, I have all the things but a name for the company.
How do you have labels and packaging? You ain't got your name. You ain't got do you have
because I just did it without a name, ma'am.
I love you.
I don't need a business name to put ingredients on a label.
Well, you got to get a logo, right?
Before Sunday would be really convenient, but
it's Celestial Thursday. Snacks.
Yeah, right now it just says like freeze dried, whatever. Like if it's Skittles, like Skittles or Nerd Clusters or whatever.
Lusty.
But it's my first one. So like this will like get rid of all the hiccups and then I'll get a name later. It'll be fine.
Kirsten's Candy with K's. It's also
I don't want my name in it.
All right, so
either.
you're gonna
Like,
have to change your name, and then
What's your middle
we'll
name?
come up with something.
Nicole. We already have too many Nikki's and Nicole's in our world.
Nikki Snacks.
With an X.
Oh man, Nicole's.
We've gotten nowhere.
Nowhere.
Nummies. I don't know.
No, you can still.
A combination of Nicole and snacks would be Snickers.
Oh.
Oh, but the good news is somebody else is already using that. So it must have been a really good idea.
Can we blur out her Pepsi can every time we go up like this? We haven't paid for that advertisement yet.
Right, that is, they haven't paid for that
You owe me
advertisement.
some money.
Pepsi probably
Go back
does
to
it.
using my
Second invoice.
professional cup.
I was gonna say that. You don't look very professional right now.
Good.
I forgot. I wish that I had a screenshot of that post because I was trying to like explain it to Jason. But Chris is here now. You guys can all get
You
it.
watch your lives because they don't look very professional when you're chasing your straw around.
She's like, you're not ready. You're walking off camera.
Right. Like,
Oh, girl, you don't
I'm
want
giving
to see
you
one of
free
my
That's the
information.
lives.
definition of my lives.
But the sipping out of straws thing was like, so
What?
I just have to be like thirsty the whole time, or
right.
is it the straw in particular that upsets you?
I mean, it wasn't like it was like a goat action where she's like, you know, tongue in the thing. I'm not
That's
going
the
to do it
picture,
because
though.
I know you won't cut that and it'll live on the internet forever. But like, you know, the goat with the tongue, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Yeah, that. See?
Do you know if she was talking about anyone in particular, or she was just upset that day?
She had, I would think it was Kelly Burns' group. I think she was posting about Kelly Burns.
It was
I know.
Kelly.
Like the sweetest person in the world. Like, don't
She
talk
is
about
really
her.
sweet.
I love her.
Are you in her Patreon group?
No.
So I joined it for the book sleeve.
The book.
And her first live was 2 nights ago. She dressed up like the main witch from the
I
movie with her little wig and everything. She's like, guys, it's so hot and itchy. I'm not going to do this for any of the other lives, but I did this for you guys. And she's
Love her.
really cute.
She's so creative and so sweet. I love
I don't
her.
know why I joined that Patreon and bought that book. I know I'm not going to make it.
That's
Like,
why I didn't let
supported
myself.
somebody,
This
so
is
that was
what-
pretty cool.
That's what's happening right now. Is it's a hoarding of different supplies.
I've made 6 tumblers this whole year. I don't need to join a Patreon for more cups I'm not going to make.
But I said that dimensional sleeves are definitely getting Sarah to like make more stuff and to
Same.
completion.
I'm sitting here looking at a duck and a coffin sleeve that I haven't even touched. I don't even think I have the cups to put them on.
I got plenty of plumps. If you need juniors, I got you.
I need all the plumps.
Plump, plump.
Is that what they work with? I don't know. I haven't even got that far.
Yeah, they work great with any kind of plump, but the coffin needs like at least a 24 plump, or you're
Oh.
just gonna have it down in the middle.
People would be real mad then. They'd have to go looking for their cup. Doesn't fit in a cup holder and I can't find my cup. So I bought the thing to make it a, you know,
Yeah, the pencil holder.
the insert.
Oh, the
Yes.
dispenser.
Words. I'm like, you know, words.
We have like 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, I have the dispenser insert, the coffin, and the duck. And I really want Shakira's pumpkin.
I have one.
Which one, with the
I'm
hard
sorry
eyes
that
or
my
the spooky
dog's
eyes?
annoying.
Hmm?
The hard eyes.
You got to be in the Patreon for that too.
I know. Can you hear my dogs right now?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I'm so
You can have
sorry.
Jason's Patreon.
Is he looking the window? Sounds
Oh,
like
well,
Mickey sounds when
okay,
he's looking
so
at the window.
are you around? Did you know about the frog thing?
No.
Patrick keeps licking frogs. I don't know where he finds them, but he keeps licking them
How do you know that he's licking them?
because apparently it makes them foam at the mouth and they can be poisonous. Thankfully, the ones in my yard are not, but it can also get them high.
I was gonna say, what is he trying to trip?
So he's
I
just in your
guess-
yard licking toads all day.
Yes. And so like my Google search history right now is like, what happens if my dog eats a frog? What happens if my dog licks a frog? Can my dog die from a frog? How do you get rid of frog? I'm terrified of frogs. Terrified. You could rob me with a frog and a can of biscuits. Take it all. You get in my house, my car, all of my glitter.
The can of biscuits. All you
I
gotta do is
hate
press it, and I'm hitting the deck.
I hate it. I hate biscuits. Pull out a gun and I'm like, it's fine, shoot me. But a can of biscuits, take it all. You can have everything you want.
You already have the wrapper ripped off, and they're just ready to press it.
Oh, I hate it.
Press it.
I hope they just throw it at you with the wrapper off. They're like, here, catch.
I can't. Absolutely not. It's hitting the ground.
Go pop in my
Kirsten,
hand.
I'm so
That'd be a
sorry
really
for the
fun
next
game of hot
time
potato.
You come over because I have a feeling
You just
if he remembers
everyone's in a circle
this,
passing it.
I make the best biscuits and gravy. So like anytime somebody comes over.
Hey Kirsten.
We're definitely doing a game of hot biscuits. Yeah, we're gonna do hot biscuits.
I make the best biscuits and gravy. So every time somebody comes over to my house, I make it for them. But like the other problem is like I'm literally like next to them, like, hey, can you wake up and open this for me? Like I made you breakfast, but you have to open these. Thank you.
I do that all the time. I will not open biscuits at all.
Absolutely not.
I make Jason do it.
I like
Absolutely.
He like
I
thankfully makes a lot of noise.
Yeah.
I could just make my own biscuits, but like I'm not.
But then you wouldn't get the fun pop. Pop.
Right. Oh,
You know
God.
the air bubbles in all the damn Amazon boxes and all the glitter guy ones.
Yes.
We'll have them, you know, a big package comes and they'll just be in the house. I'll put them in a recycling pile to later just pierce a hole in it. And here's Jason. Whack, 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 whack. And I'm like,
Yes.
"What? Doesn't sound like gunshots are going off."
I rip them actually so that they don't do a popping noise because she's such a lunatic about the sound.
Not
Because I would
only
normally just go pop, 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 and we'd be done.
it hurts. It doesn't feel good.
But no, I rip them.
I don't
I
like
go,
it.
rip.
There you go. See, that's the acceptable way.
I hold it under my arm. I take a knife and I just rope and I do it in the same.
I don't even
speed
hold it
he
under my
does.
arm. I just like use a push
And
pin.
then I clunk them all together. It's just like a way. I don't know. I just scoop it and then do one of these.
Oh.
And then I just compress all the damn air out of it, and no one hears anything.
She actually usually
even
just
know
leaves
that
them
you
in
just
the
put that
boxes and throws the boxes over in the corner.
That's not true because then they stay there and it bugs me and I can't get to that countertop. So I've actually been breaking all the boxes down, and then having to take them all outside too, because that's also now my job.
Break them down. Break them down. When
Jason
she says
just throws them
outside,
over
she
there.
means the door.
Oh,
That's
right
right-
outside the door.
that's right next to
outside
them.
the door.
So she just
The one that Loki barks at me to put him out.
Yeah, but next to that one. The one
And then
that
as
we
soon
don't
as I
really
let him out, he barks to come back in because he's pissed he's outside.
always, because we got the double doors. So
Right.
the one that we don't open, box is right there. Get out of my face. 'cause
Go.
you're just
I mean, that
gonna
makes
look here.
sense. Then they're out of the way.
20 after, I think.
ugh,
26 after. So you can start winding it down.
winding it
Yeah.
down.
I know. I feel like we missed a whole lot, but I also feel like we covered a whole lot.
We did cover a whole lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna need like a part 2. Are you gonna throw that drink away, or are you gonna leave it on the craft bar?
Oh no, this is going to go in the pile with my other lemonades from the week. There's 2 on my desk right now.
I love
Both
it.
of them were from yesterday, though. I think. No, I lied.
Oh,
We'll see
all
what
right.
happens.
the day's still early. Anyway,
Barely. Well, Kirsten, my dear.
Tell
this is-
everyone where to find you.
Oh yeah. If people want to find you on social media, where will they find your deep sea candy?
well, deep sea candy is not anywhere yet. But no, I have Maple Street Supply on all the socials, and then maplestreetsupply.com. And there's still a
Buy her molds.
right. There's still 40% off sale. I'll probably end it like not this week, but next week. Like, because I need space in that room for more molds because I have a buying problem.
I know what that's like.
So if you want to buy my old stuff, I'll bring you guys new stuff. It's on sale.
Thank you.
You can
for
edit that
calling
out
on
if you need
such
to.
Short notice. I know you're getting ready because you're going to travel to the Misfit Maker's birthday, John, right?
On Saturday. By the time this airs, it'll be done.
Yes. So we appreciate you taking time from your busy schedule to hang out with us and give us a tour of your town and all
Oh,
that.
thanks for having me. Yeah, you got see the whole town.
Whole town.
Yeah, the McDonald's and everything. All 5 of our coffee shops.
Now I have to go through a few trash bags and see what Jason decides to throw away.
Oh,
Just kidding. I don't have time to go through them, but he won't be.
Ain't nobody got time for that. But you'll be really sad. Anyways, have fun. Enjoy your day.
See ya. Let's get back to work. Bye.
Kettle and never bring the kettle to the pot.
Now, pour the tea.